Hello, mathematicians. Here is the cookie homework for kids who are feeling awesome and got everything in class. So if you're feeling really great on going from improper fractions to mixed numbers and mixed numbers to improper fractions, this is the homework for you. Chocolate coconut macaroons, delicious. Okay, this first one is really challenging. If you think of halves, I could pull out 2 halves. That's 1. Another 2 halves. Another 2 halves, another 2 halves, another 2 halves, and that would be 10 halves. Okay, you also could think 2 times what gets me really close to 11, and that would be 5. So 5 cups of coconut, that would be 10 halves plus 1 more half. That was definitely probably the hardest one. Yep, that's the hardest one on the page. Okay, guys, the next one, 9/8 cups of sugar. They would never show an improper fraction on a list of ingredients, so let's change it to a mixed number. 9/8 would be the same thing as 8/8 and 1 more eighth. 5/4 would be the same thing as 4/4 and 1 more fourth. 5/3 would be the same thing as 3/3 plus 2 more thirds. And a lot on the bottom, since you're feeling so great. 4/3 is the same as 1 and a third, right? 1 would be 3/3 plus another third is equivalent to 4/3. 11/8 would be 8/8 plus 3 more eighths, because 8/8 plus 3/8 is 11/8. 6/4 would be 4/4 plus 2 more fourths. You could simplify that to 1 1/2 as well. 12/5. I know that if I pull out 5/5, that's a whole, and another 5/5 is a big old 2. Okay, so that's 10/5, and then we have 2 more fifths. All right, 9/2. Again, if you think 2 times what gets me really close to 9, that would be a big old 4, right? So 2 halves, 2 halves, 2 halves, and 2 halves. That's 8 halves plus 1 more half. And I hope you are feeling good, because this is a tough one, or all of these have been pretty tough. 17/10. I know that 10/10 would be 1 whole, and then 7 more tenths would be equivalent to 17/10. Okay? All right, on the back, if you made up your own cookie recipe, and it could be something for, really ridiculous, or it could be something really simple, something realistic or something not so realistic. And the whole point of doing the back is just for extra practice, going from improper fractions to mixed numbers and mixed numbers to improper fractions. So something like 6/4 cups of flour. And I know that 4/4 is 1 whole and 2 more fourths. Okay? You could also have a few that you don't do this, because it's kind of hard to think of fractions of eggs. Okay? And then, let's see here. I could do maybe one more just as an example. You could do 8, let's do 8/6 okay, cups or teaspoons of something. Let's do sugar. And I know that 6/6 would be 1 whole and 2 more sixths. So these are just examples. The backside might look totally different for you. Okay? All right, kiddos, I will see you in class.